12. 12 more intimate assault lawsuits were filed against Eric Winberg. That brings it to 18 women. 18. How does this continue to happen in an enlightened Hollywood? Post Me Too. Oh, I don't want to do this story. Here we go. So just a few days ago, Eric Winberg, you may have heard that name before. He's a 62-year-old former writer and producer for shows like Scrubs and a few others. He's facing 12 more intimate assault lawsuits in addition to 18 criminal charges that he was already facing. I've reported him a few times on the 6 Minute Daily, and I think I may have made one other video on this. But more? The new lawsuits, which were filed again on Friday, just a few days ago, accuse Weinberg of very bad things with 13 women from 1998 through 2017. The women all range in age across the board from 18 to 35. And most of them allege a common pattern of behavior on Weinberg's part. According to the complaints officially filed, Weinberg would meet a woman in a public place such as a cafe or a grocery store and tell them he was a photographer, which obviously he thought was better than a writer. Don't know. He would then invite them to participate in a photo shoot and have them come to his home. Once at his home, he would be taking photos and then encourage them to undress before, well, you can already read the tea leaves there. Now, several of the other lawsuits state that the women were in fear of being deleted or seriously injured if they refused his commands. Talk about a weird position of power indeed. A few of the suits also allege that Weinberg would take photos of them while he was committing the intimate assaults. And afterwards, he would actually plead with them not to go to police. So one actual woman said that she was threatened with harm, or actually her child was threatened with harm if she did. So lawsuits are all identifying the plaintiffs with pseudonyms, at least initials for their pseudonyms. One of the complaints covers two different accusers who accuse him of being together in 2013 when he did bad things to both of them. Some of the women also allege that he would show them pictures of his children to put them at ease somehow. And another of these ladies alleges that intimately assaulted her when she was working as an actor on an MTV show where he was a writer and a producer. I think the show was called Death Valley. The suits alleged, that particular suit, I should say, alleges that he called her repeatedly in the weeks leading up to that action and would talk about his genitalia and the acts that he wanted to pursue while taking care of himself. Also alleging, of course, that he cornered her, pinned her against the wall, groped her. She stopped working on the show and refused his invitation to participate in a photo shoot, according to the suit. He was arrested in July and released on a $3.2 million bail. And he was charged officially on October 5th this last year. His bail was, of course, increased to $5 million. He's pled not guilty to everything he was accused of prior to now. After that, I guess the judge revoked his bail after finding that the allegations were so voracious, or rapacious is the right word probably, that he cannot stop or will not stop his actual acts with women, and therefore poses a danger to the safety of women. What's interesting is he was originally arrested back in 2014, a long time ago. but prosecutors at that time declined to file charges. What's interesting is that all of the suits from all of the plaintiffs name not just Winberg himself, but his company, Guitar and Pen, as defendants, which makes sense, I guess. Go after all the pockets. I am sick and tired of hearing about these stories of the bad behavior of celebrities. They never seem to stop. And we find out often years later of the stacks and stacks of things that they've done wrong in the past. More than a little disgusting, of course, is the times when we discover that the people with the worst behavior are the ones moralizing the most publicly. But what do you think? Do you think with this many charges from this many people and seemingly some evidence has been collected that this isn't something that he likely did? Well, I expect that he probably did, in my opinion. Do you think he's liable to face an extraordinary amount of jail time? I would like to think so, but oftentimes justice doesn't exactly balance the scales fairly. And finally, aren't you a little bit disgusted by Hollywood overall for the amount of times that this happens with a lot of other people knowing? Talk about the privilege of power. Anyway, feel free to leave me your comments down below. I know this is not a fun subject. I'm sure a lot of people will find it disgusting, and any comments you put down there is helpful. You can write what a icky guy or whatever, but that engagement will help drive this video, and hopefully it'll have a wider reach so more people get to see what has been going on. And with that, be sure to support independent creators out here, because you're not going to get the same kind of coverage from a news service that is backed by a mainstream outlet, even though those are the ones that are favored on this platform. So it's important for you to like a video, subscribe to your favorite creators, and be sure to turn on your notifications. Be sure to share out the content that you think needs reach, and a lot of the times here with the independent stuff, it's not getting it, so it requires your help. And with that, be sure to take care of yourself, take care of others, wash your hands, of course, because it's good hygiene. And until next time, bye. And don't forget to check out my Rumble at rumble.com/CultureCasino.
Thanks for visiting today. Be sure you're subscribed and hit that for alerts.
Yay!
Of course, like and share all of the videos that you can, as it helps with the algorithm. Have a great day.